Welcome to Manager League training. Today we are going to go over the new admin dashboard. So as soon as you log in to your Manager League admin site, you will actually see the dashboard here. The dashboard is made up of different sections. There will be more to come, but currently we have 5 sections on the left-hand side and 3 sections over here on the right-hand side. So the first box that we're going to take a look at here is our league box. This here is some information, basic information on the league, your number of registrations this season, and your number of teams this season. Your number of registrations is also going to include withdrawn, just basic any registrations that have gone into the system. Up here in the top corner, you're going to have a little gear option here. This will take you to your league option settings, same as going to setup, organization, and league. Up in the top corner here, you're also going to see that there's a link back to the dashboard. We're going to use that every time we click on a link here, but that'll bring you back to your home dashboard. So now we have our registrations. If you click on that, that will actually bring you to registration list chronological, which is registration, then registration list chronological. And again, with the teams here, we can click on teams. Teams will take us over to team edit. So now our team edit page will load and you can go in here and edit your teams. So that's the basic information about the league box. While I'm talking about the first box here, the site is customizable to your own look. So you can drag and drop these left box items to wherever you want them to order. So if you don't really care about the league numbers, you can actually bring it down to the bottom here, and now that'll save for yourself. This doesn't go throughout the entire league. This is all personal preference. So what I've saved here doesn't change what another one of my admins might see. So if you look here, this box, next box on the left-hand side is the registration box. This will take you through some of the basic information for registration. So this little gear here will take you over to registration setup where you can make changes, get your registration link, and do all that. Same as going to setup, registration setup. You'll also see there's this little box here. This is the same as blacking out registration. So this status on or off, you can just shut off registration in an emergency situation when fees aren't being charged or things aren't going on. You can click it off, make all your corrections, make your adjustments, and then turn it back on by just clicking the little slider here. So now we have the setup wizard arrow. The setup wizard will actually take you over to our new registration setup wizard, which we'll have a tutorial to go over that shortly on our site. But if you go to dashboard here, you will see also in the registration box is the start date and end date of your registration. Those can be changed in your season editor, also located in your league options or your setup registration options, which you can get to by clicking this gear right here. But this gives you some basic information on registration. Now we come to the next box here, which is communication. Communication is just some basic communication for your league. You have your email option, you have your message option, as well as in the future there'll be a text or mass text option that will be subscription based, but again that's coming up shortly. But in here you click email, that'll take you right over to your emailer, and then if you click messages, that'll take you to the messages administration. Both of those sitting in the communication email and website options here. So you'd go to website for messages and you go to email, emailer for emailer. So now let's take a look at the next box, which we have is games. So our games box here, you can see we have, this is our demo, hopefully nobody has 1,000 unscheduled games, but this is going to show that any games that we have sitting unscheduled. They may be just sitting there for no apparent reason. When you do create a playoffs and you haven't scheduled your playoff games, they might be sitting there. Or if you cancel the game and forgot to reschedule it, this will alert you that there's an unscheduled game. If you click here, this will take you over to your games list, same as going to scheduling utilities, or excuse me, scheduling schedule game reports games list. So now also in the games tab here, I'm just giving it a second for it to load, we have our unscored games. So this will show all the the previously played games that haven't been scored. If you click on that, that'll take you to enter game scores, which is the same as scheduling, utilities, and then enter game scores. Now the other option, the other box we have here on the left side is the website box. This will just give us the site URL. This here will take you to our module setup page, which has some options to change some settings on your modules, as well as some of the standard system pages. There's a couple options in here that you can adjust, but you also have the edit button here. You can edit the website. It's the same as going to communication website web editor. That'll go here. All these options are menu set driven, so if you don't have access to any of these buttons or options, they will not show up on the page, so yours might look a little bit different than other admins. Here on the right hand side we have our division breakdown. Division breakdown is going to show similar to what our league breakdown used to show, just a little bit shorter. It's going to list all of our divisions here, our registrations, our teams, fees due, and fees paid. And if you scroll down to the bottom here, you'll also see the totals for the whole league. As you can see, the registrations will not match up. You have 804 here and 727 here. Again, this is going to count all registrations, including withdrawn registrations. Here, if you click this little box, this will take you to our division edit screen, where you can then edit your division. On our next option that we have here, we have our leagues. League for any organizations with only one league, this box is only going to show the league that you're in and give you kind of a registration total here for the league, and then show you the active season that you're in. But if your league has multiple sports or leagues, or it's a multi-tier organization, you'll actually see all your other leagues listed here. You can see the information, what seasons they're in, how many registrations they have currently, and then you can click this little go button here, and that'll actually take you over to the other league. So if we click this here, you can see we're loading up into our travel league now. Now we click here and we can go back to our other league. This box here will show our today's games. I'm actually going to add a game into the system real quick for today. Let's see, just so we can show you what options we have. So bear with me real quick while I add a quick game in here. And we're going to put in a game. What that games box is going to give you, it's going to show you just the active games that are for today, but there's going to be two buttons that will show up that will allow you to either rain out the game, say you need to make an edit to the game, you need to change the time. There's a bunch of different options that you can use. Let's just get a couple items in here, and we'll schedule this game, and now we can see it on our dashboard. So now that we have a game in here today, you're going to see we have a start time, division, home, away, resource, and then we're going to have the game editor, which will take us to an actual edit window of the game. Or we have the rain out, which will take us to the rain out tool, where we can then rain out the game. We can select the game from the list and rain out the game. These are all again, this is all the options for the dashboard. This is a new functionality. If you haven't seen the dashboard yet, when you log in, all you have to do is you'll see your league breakdown here. There's a use dashboard button up in the top right corner. Just click on that and that'll bring up your dashboard. If you don't like the dashboard or you want to go to the older style, you can click dashboard off down here in the bottom. That's it for the dashboard here. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.